Hey, don't rush through your daily time with God in reading the Bible and in prayer and in worship. And when I say don't rush through it, I'm not really speaking about the length of time that we spend with God each day because that will look different for each of us and in different seasons of life. I'm more talking about being present with God in the time that we do spend with Him. As Christians, we know how important and valuable it is to our faith to have that regular habit and discipline and practice of meeting with God in the scriptures and in prayer. But sometimes, if we're not careful, especially if life gets busy or you have more of a task oriented kind of personality, we can unintentionally slip into sometimes treating it like it's an item on our to do list that we just kind of check off the box to say that we did it that day. And sometimes we unintentionally miss that the point of spending time with God is to spend time with God. The point is to connect with Him, to encounter Him, to learn from Him as He teaches us from the scriptures, to talk with Him and have Him talk with us, and to grow in our relationship with Him so we can mature in our faith. In John chapter 5, Jesus rebuked the religious leaders of the day because they knew the scriptures really well and they had a bunch of spiritual zeal and they checked all the religious duty boxes. But even still, they missed the person of Jesus who was standing right in front of them, who was the very one who was the fulfillment of those scriptures and that the scriptures were pointing them to and trying to lead them into relationship with. And I know that scenario is a little different because they were outrightly rejecting belief and rejecting faith in Jesus as God and Savior, and that's not what we're talking about today. But I think the concept is interesting that they just checked all the religious duty and the discipline boxes, but they missed the personal faith, the personal encounter, the personal relationship that the reading the scriptures and that all of the spiritual disciplines that we practice as Christians to help us seek God and connect with Him and grow in our faith are meant to foster for us and is meant to lead us into. In Luke 24, after Jesus' resurrection, when He was walking with the two disciples on the road to Emmaus, they said of their encounter with Jesus, "Did not our hearts burn within us as He talked with us and explained the scriptures to us?" It's one of my favorite passages in the whole Bible. And so I just want to encourage us to remember that every time you go to open up the Word, to spend time with God, or to pray, or to worship and spending time with God, we are stepping into a precious moment of getting to encounter Jesus and connect with Him and let Him mature us in our faith and grow in our friendship with Him. He wants to talk with us. He wants to teach us through His Word. It's not just a duty that we do because we have to or because it's something to check off of a to-do list. It's a beautiful gift that we have in being able to meet with God and grow in our friendship with Him.